we go. Begin.
How has child abuse impacted your life?
Child abuse has impacted my life on every level, psychologically, emotionally, and spiritually. At 12 years old, I was kidnapped and assaulted by a male stranger. And ever since that moment that abuse happened, I was never the same. I had constantly had suicidal thoughts. I felt like I was a prisoner in a body that I no longer wanted, a body that had been abused, a body that had been ruined. And as a result of that, I didn't want to live anymore. It affected my relationships with my family. All of a sudden, I no longer wanted to be around my family. I no longer wanted to be in a relationship with friends. So I isolated myself. I became very depressed, very depressed. And it took a lot of struggle, a lot of fighting. And it took community and took me being able to have the courage to talk about what happened to me in order for me to heal from what happened to me. And so even now as an adult, I suffer from certain illnesses due to my adverse childhood experiences. I suffer from hypertension. I suffer from high cholesterol. I suffer from moment to moment still the bouts of depression. So it still has an impact on my life somewhat, but not as much as it did at first.
Thank you so much. And we can go on to number 2.
Okay.
What led you to get involved with Prevent Child Abuse Henry or the prevention of child abuse?
What led me to get involved, actually, I feel like that I didn't purposely choose this call. It almost chose me. I became a special victims detective. Just wanted a job, thought I was just getting a job to become a police officer. However, when I became a special victims detective and I saw my first forensic interview and I watched a little boy with the courage to tell his story, and that touched me deeply. And I felt like I had to do more than I was doing. I had to do more than just put people in jail, that I had to get out front of abuse and actually stop it before it happened and not wait until it happened. So I felt like my duty as a detective, as a former victim, is not only to stop abuse, but make others aware of how abuse happened and what happened when abuse happened.
I'm not sure we can improve upon that one. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
We can go on to number 3.
How can an individual and or community support the prevention of child abuse?
Wow, that's a great question. I think to prevent it, we need to educate ourselves more about abuse, not just that it happens, but actually the trauma that's associated with abuse when it happens, how it separates people from themselves, the effect that it has on the brain, and how trauma has a lasting effect. That when someone is arrested or held accountable for abuse, that's not enough. The victim themselves need therapy, they need support of community, they need support of family. And so if people want to get involved, I would say educate themselves. As well, find your local child advocacy center. Find out how you can help through volunteering, through donations, and also help teach children in the schools how abuse affects others and what's wrong with abuse as far as bullying, and that it's okay if they want to disclose that they have been abused. So I think they can help in that way.
Let's, that was fine.
Okay.
For the sake of options, if we can do that one more time.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
How can an individual and or community support the prevention of child abuse?
I think individuals and communities can support the prevention of abuse by educating themselves on what abuse is and what it does and how it affects individuals, families, and communities. I think they can further help the prevention of abuse by finding their local child advocacy centers and find out how they can help through volunteering their time, their resources, and I also think that they can continue to spread the word about abuse and that we don't wait till abuse to happen, but we actually try to prevent abuse from happening. Because here in America, a child is abused every 10 seconds, and that is tragic. So I think that we need to do more than just respond to abuse, but we need to do more to prevent it through education and awareness.
Excellent. Thanks
Okay.
so much.
Cool.
There's one more, right?
Is it?
Number
Oh,
4, I think? Yeah, thanks so much.
okay, I'm feeling the light. Okay. Okay.
If someone out there listening is a victim of child abuse, what do you want them to know?
I want them to know that they're loved. I want them to know that they're valuable. I want them to know that it's not their fault. And I want them to know there are people like me and others that are out there that are willing to help them get through what they have gone through and let them know that they're not alone, that they are loved and that they can reach out for help and they can tell their story and let them know that there's a community, there are child advocacy centers that can help them, there are hotlines of people on the phone that they can talk to if they're going through depression. If they find and feel that they're alone, there are people out here that they can talk to. So I want them to know that they're not alone and that it's not their fault.
Very nice. I think that was pretty smooth also.
Okay.
We
Okay.
are live,
Rolling.
And here we go.
Why is this campaign important to you?
I think anytime there's a campaign on behalf of children, it's very important. There's not a child that's not precious and valued, and it's just so important that we support those children that do need help, that have been abused or are being abused. So very important that we can touch the life of a child and make sure that they have a beautiful future.
Okay. So let's do that again.
I will never be able to say that twice.
Don't feel like you have to match it. We'll just pick the best of the best.
I'm with you.
And here we go.
Why is this campaign important to you?
It's very important anytime there's a campaign that benefits a child, but especially when it's a child that may have been abused. And I think it's always so valuable to a community to support children in need because it makes a better life for them and for the entire community.
Very nice. We can move on to number 2.
What do you feel Prevent Child Abuse Henry County can do next to support the prevention of child abuse?
I'm not an expert in the field of child abuse, but I do know this community well, and I know that whatever the need is, I've known a lot of the people associated with child abuse in Henry County for many years, and they never cease to amaze us at what they think of to expand their program. And what I would say is that whatever the idea, this community will support it.
I see nothing wrong with that. We can go to number 3, please.
We only have to.
Oh, that was it?
Oh, we switched to the other set of
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice. In that case, I'm sorry. Let's just do that one more time for safety.
Okay.
I didn't realize. Just to have another option.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Here we go.
What do you feel Prevent Child Abuse Henry County can do next to support the prevention of child abuse?
Well, I'm not an expert in the field of child abuse prevention, but I do know many of the people that are involved with child abuse. Oop, let me start over.
That's okay.
That's
Sort of
okay. Somebody.
a loud boom upstairs
Okay.
anyway.
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1.
What do you feel Prevent Child Abuse Henry County can do next to support the prevention of child abuse?
Well, I'm not an expert in the field of child abuse. However, I am very acquainted with the program, and I understand and know many of the people that are involved in making Child Abuse Henry County a big charity in this county. And I honestly do believe that whatever the next adventure that they come up with to raise funding or to support children who are being abused, it will be supported by our community. We believe in them.
Very good.
On. Ask away.
Carolyn, why was it important for you to be here tonight?
Well, to me, children are a gift and they're precious and we need to take care of them. And this vigil tonight brings awareness to the county that children in this county are being abused. And we need to make people aware of that. It doesn't happen just everywhere else. It happens here too. And I've been involved in a lot of groups around the county, and I know what happens with children, and we need to break that cycle of abuse with the children, because those children, if they survive the abuse, will then become abusers as an adult, and they will not do well in school, and there are many problems. So we need to bring this awareness to people that everybody has to work to stop this abuse so that the children grow up safe and healthy and happy.
What do you think?
Yeah. Councilwoman, good evening. Why was it important for you to be here tonight as an elected official?
Well, as a parent, as a mom, as a family law attorney, this is an outstanding event. It's so important for us to join together as a community on behalf of Henry County to let people know that, you know, we're not going to stand for child abuse, that we're here to connect, we're here as a unit, and that we care about our children. The community, the event itself promotes and is an awareness of why it's so important for our children, for the safety and health and the well-being of them. And so to be here and to, oh God, I can't think, I feel like I'm rambling, sorry.
Okay. That's
Okay.
all fine. We're not using film, we're just using pixels.
Okay, all right.
But and that's okay anyway, because I wanted you to look at Jana, and we
Okay.
usually do this twice anyway. So, but it doesn't matter. So,
You're doing good. I like at the
Absolutely.
beginning how
Yeah,
you said
that's
not
good.
only as a mother, a family law attorney, but
Okay.
all of your hats in the community. That's awesome.
and here we go again.
Okay.
And again, looking right at her.
Councilwoman, good evening. Tell us why you're here tonight.
Well, as a mother and as a family law attorney and as a councilwoman and an advocate here in the community, it's important to be here to show support for our community, not only in Henry County, but the state of Georgia, that we are here. It's important to know that we're not going to, as a village, as a community, for any child to make awareness known that child abuse is wrong, and that we as a community support our children. It takes a village, and it's okay to, show that support and show that love. And I first of all, the first responders and the first, the community itself, the city officials, the mayors, everyone who's here, the support is outstanding. I hope that we continue to promote it, not just for the month. Though, of course, the months are pinpointed for specific reasons to show more and promote awareness. But our children are truly our future, and it's very important that we let them know, whether it's your daughter or someone you see on the street, that we care.
Very nice.
Good job.
Ready.
Detective Rotella, why do you think it's important to partner with agencies like Prevent Child Abuse Henry County?
Being in law enforcement, any resources that we can work together with to help the children or help any of our victims is paramount. And with this type of function that we're seeing today, the event, it shows the solidarity of the community itself, and we enjoy being able to work with all the agencies, all the sub-agencies, and provide something better for our kids. That's a big purpose for us.
Okay. There was really nothing wrong with that, but just for safety, I wouldn't mind running through that again. Don't worry about getting it word for word or anything.
Okay.
Jimmy, if you'll come this way, and again, keep that light horizontal.
Okay.
Start by
Okay.
telling
Sorry.
us your role or your title.
Oh, okay. So, tell me.
And just, can you come this way a little bit? Okay, here we go.
My name's Stephen Rotella, and I am a detective with the Henry County Police Department Special Victims Unit.
Why was it important for you to be here tonight?
As being a member of the community and member of law enforcement, we want to show support to any sub-agencies that are showing any type of help or resources for our victims, especially our child victims. And to be able to get here today, shake hands and make contacts with these people, show our appreciation, and show that solidarity is important for the community. And the police department is a big part of that community, and we want to show our thanks and show our resolve to make sure our kids are going to be safe.
Very nice. You just have the one question?
That's it.